Hello everybody and welcome to Family Night. For the month of February, we are doing a special Library Lovers Rewards program. So it is Library Lovers Month, all month of February. So we're doing a special program to celebrate. This program is an online program where you can track all of your books that you're reading and earn prizes. And you can also attend all of our, or some, or all, of our programs that are virtual, and they should have secret codes. You can enter those secret codes in on the website to earn a special badge that was designed just for that program. So this family night is going to have a secret code and you can look out for it. And if you write that code down, go to the website in the description of this video. You can sign up, you can log your books, and you can put in that secret code to earn a special badge. So I hope you guys do that. You can earn 3D printed prizes by reading books, and you just have to read 1 hour to earn a special prize. And then if you read more than 5 hours, you earn another special prize. So check that website out. It's going to be for the entire month of February. So you guys can read, and we love that you're reading, and we love that you're visiting the library, so we want to celebrate with you and give you prizes. Alright, so for this family night, we are doing a craft like usual. This time we are going to be making our own looms. So a loom is a tool you can use to knit. So we're going to make our own little knitted bracelet or necklace or little tiny scarf, whatever you want to do with it. I think I'm going to make mine a bracelet, but it's basically just a technique that you can learn to create this knitted item. So you can also buy looms that are bigger than like big round things, and then you could make big scarves, or you could make maybe a hat. But this is just going to be our own little homemade loom. It's going to make a little thin, maybe scarf, bracelet, necklace, something like that. Alright, so I hope you guys have fun with this one. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or need any help. And of course, you can come to any of our 3 library branches to get a craft kit. So it'll have all the supplies that you need for this craft. So we hope to see you guys at the library, and let's get started. Alright, so for today's craft, you're just going to need some yarn, a toilet paper or paper towel roll, but you will want it to be about this length. So if it's a paper towel roll, just cut it down. 5 popsicle sticks, some scissors to cut your yarn, some tape. Any kind of tape will work just fine. It's just to stick the popsicle sticks onto the tube. So if you have any kind of tape, that's totally fine. I'm just going to use this kind. And then these are optional supplies. You might find the lid of a pen helpful, and you might want to decorate. So you can have some markers or crayons or Sharpies, anything that you want to decorate with, or washi tape or something like that. Anything you want to do is totally fine, just to add some color, some fun to it. But you definitely don't have to, that's up to you. Alright, so your first step is you want to attach your popsicle sticks onto your tube. So you want to put them on like this. So I'm going to do one at a time, and we're going to try to evenly space them. You want them about 1 inch or half an inch above your tube. So definitely don't make them go even. You need it to go above the tube at least a little bit. So get a little piece of tape. I'm just going to pull out 5 pieces of tape from my 5 sticks so that I'm ready. Alright, once I have the 5 pieces of tape, I'm just going to start with the first one. This one can go anywhere, of course, but just make sure it's sticking out a little bit. And I'm just going to put a piece of tape on top of it, stick it to my tube, like this. So it's sticking out a little bit, and stick it to my tube. And then there is 5 of them. So you can kind of get a sense of how far you want to put them apart right at the start to see if that's good. But I think it's going to end up being about this much, maybe 1 inch or 1.5 inches. They don't have to be perfect, so don't worry if it's not perfect, that's totally fine. But you want them to stick out about the same. I'm actually gonna flip this one. And you want them to be about the same distance apart. But if it ends up that you made them a little too far, a little too close, that's okay. This should be fine. So you just want to stick those on. Just gonna wrap it around like this. And you want to do that with all 5 of them. Alright, so after you're done with that step, you should have them taped on securely. You should be able to kind of push on them a little bit and they won't fall off. If you need to, just pick one long piece of tape and put it all the way around to do extra security there. But it's up to you. If your tape is really sticky, mine's pretty sticky, so it's pretty stuck on there. I can pull them and it's doing just fine. But if they're a little loose or a little wiggly, just put an extra secure band of tape or even like a rubber band to just really hold them on there. If they come off, don't worry about it too much because you can just stick them back on. But mostly you just want them all the same distance out and about the same distance apart. So this is where you're gonna be. And this is where you can decorate if you want. So I'm gonna add a little bit of color to mine because that sounds like fun. But you can just skip the color part and go on to the next step. Alright, so once you're done decorating, your first step is to take the end of your yarn. I have this whole spool, but you don't need a whole spool. You'll just need the yarn that was included in your pack, or if you have yarn at home, you can use that too. You want to take this and just put it through the end, so it's going to come out on the other side. And what I like to do is just tape it. So just take a little piece of tape and tape it at the bottom on the inside, just to hold it down, because you don't want it to slip up, because that might mess up your project. So just take a little piece of tape, put it on the yarn on the inside, and just tape it down. You'll take it off at some point, so don't worry if it's not super secure, but I just put a little piece of tape on my yarn in my tube so that it's going to stay. So when I pull it, it just stays like that. So that's what you want. Alright, so this project is pretty repetitive. Once you get the hang of it, you're just going to keep doing it until you get your string, your woven yarn as long as you want it. So if you want to make a bracelet, just make it long enough to fit around your wrist. If you want to make a necklace, just keep going until it's a necklace length, whatever you want to do. But you just want to get the hang of weaving it. So what you're going to do is you're going to wrap it around the hooks. So make sure that you're pushing it all the way down so it doesn't come off. And what you're going to do is wrap it clockwise. So you're going from the back and you're going to come around like this and wrap it over. And I'll show you how it looks when it's all done. So once you get all 5 done, just kind of hold that yarn so it doesn't go away. And what you want is you want 1 string in the front. So if you see 2 strings, you did it the wrong way. You flipped it doubly over. So you don't want to do that. You want only 1 string to end up showing up. So you're going to go again. We're going to go around again, so let me show you how to do it again. You're going to go around the back from behind and then go in front. You should have that 1 string there and keep going all around. Then you pull it around from the back and forward. So don't let it fall off. Feel free to push it down. So around from the back and then forward. Around from the back, forward, around from the back. Once you get all of them, hold that with your thumb. So don't let that string go. You're going to need that stuck on there. But don't tape it either because you're just going to need it for right now. So just hold it with your thumb or finger, any finger, and don't let it go. So this is me doing 2 rounds. I've now got 2 rows. So I can see 2 rows of yarn, and that's after 2 rounds of rotating. So after that, you want to pick up this bottom piece. So there's two, right? So there's a top string and a bottom string. You want to pick up that bottom string and wrap it over the top. Just pick it up, wrap it over the top. So you can do it with your fingers, but you could also use like a pin cap, something that would hook it. So if you're having a hard time getting it, if you did it a little tight, maybe a pin cap would help. But you're just gonna grab it from the bottom, start on the first one you started on. So this is where I'm holding my string, which is where I ended. So I'm gonna start to the one to the right. So you wanna pick it up. You can do it with your fingers or you can do it with your pin cap. And you're just gonna loop it over the edge. The first one is often the hardest one because you end up doing it pretty tight. But a little trick to that is you can untape your string, give it a little bit of looseness here. And now you've got a nice loose piece. You can pick it up, put it over the top, and then the other ones are usually a little bit looser. Pick it up, put it over the top. So make sure you're holding that string down so you don't let your project go. You want to pick up the bottom string, just pull it a little, and pull it over the top. Pick up your bottom string, pull it a little, over the top. And then just last one, pick up your bottom string, put it over the top. And that is all you're gonna be doing, and you wanna keep doing it. So after this, you wanna push down your strings so they're near the bottom again. You don't want them close to the top because you're gonna run out of space. So just push those strings down with your fingers so that they're near the bottom. And we're gonna go around again. So let me just show you again. We're gonna go back and wrap around. Go back, wrap around. Backwards, wrap around, backwards, wrap around. From behind, and then we're going clockwise. Once you have two on each one, you're gonna stop and go on to our next step, which is to pick up the bottom, put it over the top. Pick up the bottom, put it over the top. This process, you'll totally get the hang of it. It looks a little tricky, right? And it might feel a little difficult, but you will definitely get the hang of it. And once you're really good at this, you can get those looms from, Target or Walmart or Amazon, and you can start making hats and scarves, anything you really want to do. I really like this process, so I can do it while I'm sitting around watching TV or listening to my audiobook or anything like that, just something to do with my hands, and it really becomes second nature once you get used to it. So it's a lot of fun and it's a really cool technique if you can learn it. So let me know if you do have any questions. I can help you figure it out because I know it can be a little bit tricky. But it's a lot of fun and you really will get used to it. And then you just basically repeat that over and over until you get your string as long as you want it. So right now it's only about this long, maybe quarter inch or so. It's gonna get so long that it's gonna come out the bottom here, and then you're gonna have a nice long piece. So you just keep going and going and going. Okay, so let me show you a little bit more close up. So we're gonna start our next loop, but this is how you do it the whole time. So if you haven't figured it out, definitely you can just use this same technique. You're going to go around the back and loop it forward. Around the back, loop it forward. Around the back, loop it forward. Around the back, loop it forward. And you just want to pull that out. Around the back, and loop it forward. And then you're going to have two strings, two orange strings, you can see them. On each one, you're going to start, once I hold my string down, it's going to be the one to the right of it. That's where we started, so that's where you're going to start this process. You want to pull this string up, loop it over, and now you're left with just one, right? And then you do that all the way around in the same direction that you were doing the loops. You're going to pull it up, put it over. Hold that string down, You're gonna pull it up, put it over, you'll have one left, pull it up, put it over, got one left. Last one, let me see. I'm gonna pull it up, just this bottom string, make it a little loose, push it over the edge. And now you just kind of push these down. Push these down, push these down, just so they're at the bottom so they don't pop off. And you can see we're kind of creating a little web pattern in there. So it's gonna be woven together. We'll be able to pull it and it won't come apart. So let me go again so you can see it. So you want it to go back and over. And it's maybe a little bit tricky, but something you want to keep in mind is we are going clockwise around these, right? Around each stick. But we are actually going counterclockwise around the tube. And that's important. So we're going to be going clockwise around each stick, but we went this way around the tube, right? And that's going to be counterclockwise. So that's important. You want to be going clockwise around each stick, counterclockwise around the tube. Same with unwrapping, right? You want to go counterclockwise. So you're going here, and then you're going to go over here, pick it up, flip it over, pick it up, flip it over. Alright, so once you're, as you can see, I'm getting it pretty long, so it's coming at the bottom. And you can see it's kind of this cool little web thing. And it's getting stuck on this piece of tape. So I'm going to pull the tape off at this point. And I can you can just cut it off the tape. And you can keep going. Alright, so I think I've got it long enough, so I'm just going to make a bracelet, but it only took me about 20 minutes, so once you get the hang of it, you can do it pretty quickly. So, I just want to show you guys how to end it. So you want to have it so it's only one loop left, and you're going to cut off your string, or if you have extra, just kind of cut it so that you have a little bit hanging off. And then you want to pull these off. You want to pull them off one at a time and put the string through them. So put that in there and go backwards from the way that you started. So where we were going counterclockwise, we're now going to be going clockwise. You want to pull off the loops, stick that extra string through the loop. Let me show you a little bit slower. So you want to pull this loop off. Now you've got a circle. Stick that extra at the very end into your circle to make the end. Alright, and you can pull it through. And now I've got a big long strand. Can make it a bracelet. Pretty cool. And then you've got two end pieces. So you could also make it a little necklace if you wanted, and if you wanted to make this real long, then you could just have the necklace part at the bottom and then tie these at the end to make it the bracelet or necklace. I made mine a little long for a bracelet, so I'll just end up tying it on this part. But if I wanted to make it a necklace, I could have made this a little longer and just tied it here. Whichever way you want to do it. So I'm just going to end up tying it together right here, like that. But I could have made it a necklace, which would have been pretty fun too. So I hope you guys are able to do something with this one, make a bracelet or necklace, something like that. I'm just gonna make it a big long thing because it's pretty fun. And you just tie it a little string. So I kind of made it a little too long for a bracelet. So I should have stopped a little bit earlier because it's really best to do just this end part with the 2 strings to tie it together, and it's going to stay together, and you're going to have this loop. And then you can cut off your excess string. So I made it a little long for a bracelet, and I cut it a little short for a necklace. But I think I'm still proud of it. I like it. It's a little stretchy. It could be a headband. And mostly it's just about this technique. So we just wanted to learn that, and I wanted to show it to you guys because it's a lot of fun and you can make a lot of fun stuff with it. So let me know if you need any help with this one, write in the comments, or if you are able to do it, you can also write that in the comments and I will give you a congratulations. So I hope you guys had fun with this one, and we'll see you guys next time.